Good morning, dear students. Welcome to 2nd PU Physics class. Myself Akshata, Physics lecturer. Let us start the first chapter, Electric Charges and Fields. First introduction. We observe after combing dry hair that comb brought near to bits of paper, then bits of paper clings or attracts to the comb. Yes? And also we observe lightning during thunderstorms. So these are all because they get charged or electrified. So we learn these concepts in electrostatics. It is branch of physics which deals with the study of electric forces, electric fields and electric potentials arising due to static charges. Static charges means charges at rest. Okay. To understand the concept of charge, consider an experiment. So there are three separate sections. Okay. First one, take two glass rods. Both are rubbed with silk cloth. When these two glass rods are brought close together, they repelled. In first diagram, the repulsion is shown by an arrow mark. Okay. Next, take two plastic rods. Both are rubbed with the woolen cloth. When these two plastic rods are brought near to each other, they also repels. In second diagram, the repulsion is also shown by an arrow mark. In third case, a glass rod rubbed with silk cloth and a plastic rod rubbed with the woolen cloth. When these two rods are held close to each other, they attracts. Okay, here, so this arrow mark represents the force of attraction. So why this happens? In first case, glass rod acquires positive charge and silk cloth acquires negative charge when glass rod is rubbed to the silk cloth. In second case, plastic rod gets negative charge and the woolen cloth gets positive charge after the plastic rod is rubbed with the woolen cloth. So when these two rubbed glass rods are brought near to each other, both having positive charges, so they repelled. Similarly, for two plastic rods, both have negative charges, so they also repelled. In third case, a rubbed glass rod is positively charged and the rubbed plastic rod is negatively charged. Here the charge is shown in diagram. Okay. So hence both the rods are attract each other because glass rod is positively charged and plastic is negatively charged. So then what is, okay, so this experiment concludes that there are two kinds of charges, namely positive and negative. Here, so in the experiment, so it is conventionally mentioned positive and negative charges. There is no evidence for it. Okay. American scientist Benjamin Franklin predicted that there are two kinds of charges, namely positive and negative. It's by conventionally. Okay. So when okay, so then so here what is electric charge? Here electric charge is physical property of matter which causes it to experience a force of attraction or repulsion when placed near the other matter. Okay, you observed in that experiment, in first two cases there is force of repulsion. Yes, so in the last case there is force of attraction, right? Hence the electric charge is what? It is the physical property of the matter. Okay, the force exerted due to electric charges is called electric force. Let us discuss some points regarding electric charge. First one, it is physical quantity and it can be measured. Okay, you studied in first PUC classes in unit and measurement chapter, that is an electric charge is fundamental quantity according to the SI units. Yes, okay. Next, second one is, so it is basically scalar quantity. Here the electric charge has only magnitude, it does not have direction such as mass. Okay. Third one, SI unit of charge is coulomb. It is denoted by capital C. Okay. Here, next fourth one is dimensional formula of charge is AT. Okay. Also you know capital A is the dimension formula of electric current and capital T is that of time. Actually electric current is defined as charges per unit time. Okay. So the electric charge equal to electric current into time. Hence the formula AT. Fifth one, unlike charges attract each other and like charges repel each other. So this thing also you observed in that experiment. Yes. Polarity of charge. The property which differentiates two kinds of charges is called polarity of charge. Next, electrified or charged. The body which acquires positive or negative electric charges is said to be electrified or charged. Okay. So if the body acquires positive charge, then it is said to be positively charged body. So if the body acquires negative charge, then the body is said to be negatively charged body. Next, neutral. The body which has no charge on it, then it is said to be neutral. Okay. So when the body is said to be positively or negatively charged. So let us discuss now. For that, consider structure of atom. As we know, matter made up of atoms. In atom, central massive part is called nucleus, has protons and neutrons. Proton is positively charged and neutron is uncharged. Okay. So nucleus is said to be positively charged and the electrons, that is negatively charged particles, revolve around the nucleus in various orbits. So atom is electrically neutral, means atom contains balanced charge, that is equal positive charge and equal negative charge. Okay. Next, free electrons. These are electrons present in outermost orbit of atom. Okay, these are free to move within the atom. Okay, and also in metals the conductivity is due to this free electrons. Conductivity of electricity or heat is due to this free electrons. Okay, to take out these free electron from atom, less energy is needed because these free electrons are loosely bound to the nucleus. Okay, when two bodies are rubbed together, then these free electrons of a body transferred to the other body. Okay, so in a material where the electrons are more loosely bound, from that material electrons will transfer to other matter. Okay, say for example, here glass rod and silk cloth are two materials which contain million number of electrons, but for understanding purpose, so we are considering this number. Okay, here glass rod contains 1000 protons and 1000 electrons. Silk cloth contains 1000 protons, 1000 electrons. After glass rod is rubbed with the silk cloth, here the 100 electrons of glass rod are transferred to silk cloth. Okay, then so after this process, glass rod contain 1000 protons and 900 electrons, because here the 100 electrons are transferred to the silk cloth, and silk cloth contains 1000 protons and 1100 electrons. So it gained the 100 electrons from the glass rod. Yes. So in glass rod, 900 electrons are neutralizes with 900 protons. So it left with excess 100 protons. Okay, so glass rod is said to be positively charged. Here silk cloth, here also 1000 electrons are neutralizes with 1000 protons, so it left with excess of 100 electrons. Hence it is said to be negatively charged. Means the body which loses electrons are said to be positively charged, and the body which gains electrons are said to be negatively charged. Okay. Here consider some examples in which how the matter acquires positive and negative charge. First one, glass with silk. Then glass acquires positive charge and silk acquires negative charge. Second one, fur with ebonite, rubber or amber. Then fur gets positive charge and the ebonite, rubber or amber gets negative charge. Third one, woolen with plastic. Then woolen cloth acquires positive charge, plastic acquires negative charge. Fourth one, dry hair with plastic comb. Dry hair gets positive charge, plastic comb gets negative charge. Last one, ebonite with polythene. Here ebonite acquires positive charge and polythene acquires negative charge. Okay, here the charge on material is mentioned conventionally. Okay, next is basic properties of electric charges. This concept is important on exam point of view. Okay, the question may be asked for 3 marks. Write 3 basic properties of electric charges. Let us discuss one by one. First one, there are 2 types of charges, namely positive and negative. Like charges repel each other and unlike charges are attract each other. So in this diagram, so you can understand better. Here the unlike charges, it is one positive charge and a negative charge will attract. So positive and positive charge repels, negative and negative charge also repels. Second one is charge is quantized. Any charged body can have charge which is an integral multiple of the basic unit of charge or elementary charge E. Okay, that is, charge on any body can be written as either small q or capital Q. So Q equal to plus or minus NE. Okay, so here Q is total charge, E is elementary charge or it is basic unit of charge. Its value is E equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so for electron charge is minus E, for proton charge is plus E. Okay, and N here is integer which takes value 1, 1, 2, 3 up to so on. So then we get Q equal to plus or minus 1E plus or minus 2E so on. Means here the fractional value of charges cannot exist like 0.1E, 0.2E, 0.3E. That does not happen. Here charge exists as plus or minus 1E plus or minus 2E up to so on. Okay, so that is the meaning of quantization. Next, third property, that is additive of charges or additivity of the charges. Here charges are additive in nature. The total charge of the system is algebraic sum of all charges in different regions of the system. Means if the system or body contains n number of charges q1, q2, q3 up to qn, then total charge of the system is q1 plus q2 plus q3 plus so on up to qn. So we can write it in a summation form. Okay, right, that is summation of qn from n equal to 1 to n. Okay, so here charges may be positive or negative, so it can be added. Okay, next, fourth one, charge is conserved or conservation of charges. The net electric charge in an isolated system remains constant, or total charge of the isolated system is always conserved. Okay, so example, when glass rod is rubbed with silk cloth, then total charge on glass rod plus silk cloth before rubbing is equal to total charge on glass rod and silk cloth after rubbing. Okay, so that is the meaning of conservation of charges. Okay, so this is a homework question. Try to answer these questions. Thank you.